ESPN, the Bears Sports Network. It's West Lincoln Bears football on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. You're right where you need to be for every pass, tackle, and touchdown. Live.
Well, it is homecoming and flea hop here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. Good evening. I'm Jonathan Tullis along with Chris C. And Chris, been a while since we've done this.
I know. I've been missing it. I had the jitters. I was kind of nervous getting started back. So.
Yeah, I was telling Brother David, our PA announcer, it's been almost a month since we've done a live stream. So I was kind of getting withdrawals.
I know. You don't think about it, but, yeah, it has been a month. So it's I was definitely – like I said, nervous and a little jitters today, but I'm ready to get back on the air, so excited.
Oh, yeah. Glad you're with us, Chris, and glad that you're joining us here on BSPN as well. So tonight, West Lincoln Bears taking on the Green Wave of Cathedral. And, not a region game by any stretch of the imagination, but, still definitely want to try to get back on our winning track because the road swing we had just unfortunately did not go the way we hoped it would.
Yeah, the road beat us up pretty bad. That's no doubt. I mean, we had injuries. We had a lot of guys that really struggled. I mean, it was tough. It was a tough 3 weeks on the road for sure. So.
Yeah, I got to the only game I got to go to while the Bears were on the road was last week at Salem. Stayed for the first half because I had my son with me and he's 5, so he about a half's all he can take.
Right. I'm not sure he wanted a full half. So.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
That's
wasn't
right.
he?
Yeah.
Of course, Bears just had a really rough night. But I got to say about Salem, and I got to really give them credit. It is a much improved team over last year.
I tell you, it is, and they're working on about a half facility out there from the tornadoes back in March, and really they put together a good football team this year for sure. So.
That's right. So Bears coming in tonight with a record of 1-6, and of course lost to the Salem Wildcats last week, 56-6. And Cathedral coming in tonight, 4-3 is their record. Lost a tight game to Silliman Institute, 32-27 last week down in Louisiana. And I got to say that was a really good game. I got to see some of it from their live stream that they did, and that was a tight ball game.
Yeah, having played against Silliman in high school, they always put a good team on the field, so I can see a little struggle playing them. They're always a really big opponent.
But still a game you want to win. But there was a time where these two teams did square off when Cathedral was part of the MHSAA. They were region opponents at one time. Last time they played was 2010. It was a game here. Bears lost 53-15, and actually the Bears are 0-10 against the Green Wave. So
yeah, the last meeting that they played, it would have been well before my time here. We didn't come to this area until 2012. So, and that's what I saw your notes here that we had actually used to play them, and of course I didn't know anything about it. So
right. So definitely still want to win this game though. So
yeah,
hopefully we can get that streak snapped.
Yeah, most definitely. You're going into the region games here. You definitely want to get a W. Chalk one up in the win column for these Bears. I think it'd do great for their momentum going into the region.
All right, so as we can see here, Cathedral won the toss, and they're going to receive for the first half. So the Bears will be kicking off toward the concession stand in that western end zone. So we will have a national anthem here in just a moment.
It is hoped that you personally will honor and respect.
I was going to say something, and I can't remember what I was going to say.
Well, we got our, of course, we got our players to watch this week. These Bears players, have put in work week in, week out. Tucker Parsons running the ball, Samuel Barfoot, catching the ball, and also a defensive player. Landon Anderson has been outstanding on defense. He has done great. He is a headhunter on defense. We'll stop for the anthem and we'll finish this up.
That is not it. I'm sorry.
Play ball.
That's right.
But yeah, we're talking about Landon Anderson, and he has just been clutch on defense.
Yeah, he has. He's come alive on defense this year and really been key on this Bears defense. A couple that we're going to have on the injured reserve tonight, Braden Ham and looks like Ben Segrest. They've been two key factors on our offensive scheme, and Ben has been having a good year at defense as well. It's going to be you're going to hate to miss those guys. I think Ben's got some rivalry on this Cathedral team as some of the children he grew up with and played baseball and football with, and Pee-wee and Little League. So I know he really wants to be out there, but I don't think his knee's going to let him tonight. So.
Yeah, definitely got to make sure he's good to go for the remaining schedule. Of course, 2 more games on tap for the regular season after this. Next week, I'll be taking on the Bogachita Bobcats at Bogachita. And we will then be wrapping up the regular season with senior night the following week against the Mount Olive Pirates. Speaking of Bogachita and Mount Olive, they're playing each other tonight actually over in Covington County. So that'll be a key region matchup to decide some playoff seeding. Enterprise and Lloyd Star. Lloyd Star also celebrating their homecoming tonight, so congrats to the Hornets. And, got to say, too, that was a tough loss for them last week up in Weston, too.
Yeah, it was. We were keeping up with it all night, over at Salem watching that. It looks like they battled back and forth all night long. So.
Yeah, that sounds like it was a great ball game. Brookhaven taking on Summerall over at Summerall and Brookhaven Academy. Cougars taking on Simpson Academy tonight over in Brookhaven. So a lot of football happening in the area. If we get any scores, we'll definitely pass those along. And as we're getting ready for the Burton Tree Service kickoff, also want to say congratulations to our middle school cross-country running Bears coming in second at the state meet.
Yeah, I know. They ran, was it Tuesday they ran?
Yes, sir. I believe it was Tuesday.
I think we've got one that's going to move on, right? Or several, I think.
So that was the state middle school meet.
Okay.
So middle school's done.
Okay, they're done.
But now region, I believe, is coming up next week for the varsity, and then the following week, I believe, is be the state meet for the varsity guys.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what Coach Case told me earlier. So
yeah, we got a lot of sports happening. Of course, soccer and basketball have started their practices, getting ready for their seasons to start up, and this week we'll be announcing our streaming schedules for those sports. And actually, Chris, I hadn't had a chance to tell you, I was talking with the archery coach up here a little while ago. They want to host a home meet. We're going to try to figure out how to live stream it.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would. Never been to an archery meet. Wouldn't mind seeing that. So.
Not at all. So short kickoff for the Bears, going to go out of bounds near the Cathedral 40-yard line. So Green Wave will be getting some good field position to start off their first possession after the Burton Tree Service kickoff to begin the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what Leighton Bolin, number 2, wanted on that kickoff.
No, he's a little more accurate than that.
That's right. He's been lights out down this right sideline, would be our home sideline. Seemed like most of his kickoffs and really putting it in a position where they can't really handle it. But that's still going to be an okay position.
That's it. All right, Green Wave going to work on offense. We'll see if the Bears can try to stop them here. And I believe that's going to be number 11, Grayson Gay, in at quarterback. Actually, it's going to be number 15, Traylon Cusick. And reception made up to number 2, Jashawn Smoot. And going to be finally run out of bounds in Bear territory near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Weston Patton was able to finally run him down and get him out of bounds before that turned bad for the Bears.
Definitely not a way you want to start off the game, but, I was telling somebody earlier, you can look at their line, at Cathedral's line. They don't have a lot of big guys, but they do have speed.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be the biggest weapon that we're going to face tonight is going to be the speed from this Cathedral team.
So we'll have to watch out. Cusick coming back in the shotgun. Handed off there to number 2, Smoot once again. Smoot going right up the middle and finally going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line.
It looks like Sam Barfoot held him up, and I couldn't see who else that was that got on him there, but that's a good stop by him before he got loose there.
Yeah, I believe that was Barfoot there. So going to bring up another 1st and 10 for the Green Wave, again at about the 20-yard line. So they're right inside the red zone. Doubles out to the left, again in the shotgun. And Cusick takes the snap, fakes the handoff, Lateral pass over to Terrence Lee over to his right. Lee going to go up the sideline, and he's going to find the end zone to get the Green Wave on the board. Touchdown for Cathedral.
Yeah, that
Terrence Lee for the touchdown for the Green
great,
Wave.
great pass, great catch by the Cathedral there to get that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, like I was saying, you know, they've got some guys on this team that can run, as we've already seen. So the Bears going to have to find a way to contain those runners.
Yeah, a lot of seniors on this Cathedral team. I was counting earlier. I think it's 10.
Yeah, I believe that's what I counted as
so
well.
Just about make a complete team of seniors.
So Cathedral going to go for the point after, and it looks like they are going to kick. I believe this is number 7, Tristan Fondren, on for the kick for the Green Wave. And snap is down, a little bit of a bobble, but he still gets it off. It's through the uprights and good. So Cathedral going to an early 7-0 lead with 10:31 here to go in the first quarter. Here, this is BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. All right, coming back to you live here at Perry Miller Field, 10:31 to go here in the first quarter. Bears already down 7-0 to the Cathedral Green Wave as we're about to get back underway.
Yeah, Coach Ball, quick to get out on the field, and let's try and settle these nerves down, these Bears. See if he could give them a quick talking to and get everything straightened out here.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I was missing my West Lincoln roster, so let's try to leave it there.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I know what happened to it. I handed it off to Cathedral's live streamer. They're actually here live streaming their game over on the visitor side.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So another good kickoff there. And this one going to be fielded. Looks like it was number 9, Leighton Sullivan, on the carry. And he's going to be brought down near somewhere between the 35 and 40-yard line. Couldn't tell exactly where, but we do have a flag down on the play.
Yeah, it was a great return by Leighton there. Several of these Cathedral players stood him up, and he was able to keep driving and get a few more yards there.
So we'll see what this flag's about. I haven't seen a signal yet. Pink flags on the field tonight for breast cancer awareness. Something the officials do during October. And they're marking the ball back. It's going to be against the Bears. And it is going to be holding. So ball will be spotted at the 25.
Yeah, not what we needed right there.
Our referees tonight are doing an outstanding job. They'll be throwing the pink flags instead of the yellow.
So the Bears will set up shop at their own 25. Setting up 1st and 10. Bears didn't look like they were in I formation there. Gonna hand off to Sullivan once again. Sullivan getting some good yardage, getting up to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good.
Gonna be good to move the chains for a Corey Myers and Higginbotham Insurance first down.
Yeah, good carry by Leighton there to pick up the first down. He came through like a bull in a china closet.
And he sure did. He's got some fire tonight, man. So 1st and 10 coming up for West Lincoln. Great run there by Sullivan. Got Tucker Raines there under center. Bears once again in the I formation. Haven't seen that very much this year.
Yeah, they ran this a little bit last week at Salem. It seemed to be produced positive yardage when I was there to see it.
Going to hand off to Sullivan once again. And going to get some positive yardage on this one. Decent run there of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, another good carry by Leighton Sullivan there.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Chris. A few times when they ran the I last week against Salem, did produce some good offense there. So maybe Coach Ball's wanting to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, putting that fullback in there to help block and pick up the extra man or two, as he goes through the line, sure does help. It helps this line, like we've talked about in previous broadcasts. This line's young and they're on the job training right now. So having that extra guy to kind of help put a block in there versus just kind of being stuck out there in no man's land helps out.
Absolutely. 8:55 to go. Back in that I formation once again. And Raines awaiting the snap. Saying somebody moved. Going to have a flag there on the play. And it's going to be false start against West Lincoln. That's going to back them up 5 for first down and 2nd down rather, in about 15.
Not a lot of movement there that I could see, but somebody saw it and didn't like it.
Yeah,
I think it might have been Cathedral that didn't like it. They were pointing out.
Yeah, I was looking. I couldn't really tell who moved.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. It looked like number 77 on this side. That's going to be Michael Kelly on there. Maybe we have. I don't know.
Hadn't called his name very much, that's for sure.
Yeah,
so he might be
an O-lineman in the trenches all night working hard,
Absolutely. Got a little trickeration there. And nearly picked off. Pass was intended, a little lateral pass intended for Tucker Parsons, but ain't going to be incomplete. Like I said, it was nearly picked off, so that's actually a break for the Bears.
Yeah, definitely don't want to lose one this kind of field position for sure.
That's for sure. So third down and about 15, maybe 14 to go. Again, the Bears trying to get some momentum going once again on offense. And it looks like offset eye this time. Definitely hadn't seen that one very much.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Going to hand it off to Brody Dillon there. He's going to get a few yards back up to about the 35-yard line. Going to bring up fourth and about 10. Make that fourth and about 11. So Bears look like they're going to bring on the punt unit and kick it on down the field.
Yeah, push this one on down the field. That's a good first series by the Bears there. We did have some positive yardage. Just couldn't put together another first down.
So hopefully some good momentum as we when we get back on offense after this series coming up from Cathedral. Back to kick for West Lincoln is Tucker Parsons. And puts off a pretty good punt. Going to be fielded at about the 35 of Cathedral. And guy just barely got missed getting a tackle before he's brought down at the 50.
Yeah, Landon Anderson got a shoestring. I don't know. That's we're going to give that one to Landon, but he put out the effort right there most definitely. He was able to get a hold of a good shoestring and bring him down. So.
Absolutely. So Bears down 7-0, 7:14 to go. And Cathedral again going to set up shop. Actually, it is going to be spotted at the 50. As I mentioned, it's homecoming here. We had the homecoming ceremony pregame. If you want to go back and watch that after this game, it is available on our YouTube and Facebook pages.
A lot of pretty queens.
It was. Back to pass.
Oh,
Cusick. And pass over to number 11, Grayson Gay. And said he was going. He actually had his knee down, so
yeah, he
loss of a few on that one actually.
Yeah, I think so. He actually was down when he caught that ball, which is great for the Bears.
Yeah, so it's going to back him up a few yards. It was an intended lateral pass, but because he was down, they lost about 4 yards on that play, or 3 yards rather. So second down and 13 coming up for Cathedral. And Cusick awaiting the snap motion in the backfield, and we got flags on the play. So it has some more movement on the line, and that's going to be false. And Cusick doing another lateral pass, gets it complete this time. Couldn't see who got it, but he's going up the far sideline. Going to get a first down and more as he evades a whole bunch of tackles before he's probably brought down somewhere inside the 30-yard line.
It looked like Weston Patton was able to get him and drag him out of bounds. That was number 14.
Yeah, it was number 14, Owen Jordan, and we got another flag there on the play. Hoping this isn't a late hit. Actually, we got flags in the offensive backfield, so it looks like this one's coming back on a holding call. So we had another flag as the play was happening downfield. I don't know if that was in response to the one in the backfield or if maybe you had a little late hit action, not sure. Referee is calling holding. And whatever the penalty was there was a flag thrown against the Bears, but it's been declined. So second down coming up, still looks like about 20 or so yards after that holding penalty.
Yeah, I guess the penalties offset and brought them back to the original line of scrimmage.
There we go.
I'm not sure what the penalties were.
May have been late hit.
It could be
down there. I think that's what he signaled. Cusick back to pass once again. Going to connect with Terrence Lee over on the right side. And going up the far sideline once again. Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds near the 40.
I couldn't tell if that was Leighton Sullivan that was able to give him a little bump and get him out. I mean, he was right on the line over there, so I'm not sure who it was that bumped him out, but good.
It's going to be good enough to move the chains for the Green Wave.
First down, yeah, there. Cathedral's got a great little pass play right there with that little screen pass or something out to the sideline.
And Cusick, one of those 10 seniors or so for the Green Wave, going to hand it off this time. And couldn't tell who got it, but he's going to be brought down somewhere near the 30.
Yeah, I think that was Houston Edwards that was carrying the ball, and I'm not sure it was a host of Bears that was able to.
Yeah, that was definitely a team effort there to bring him down. So second down and about 2 to go coming up for Cathedral. Bears trying to make something happen here on defense. And Cathedral lining up. Cusick back to pass, got some time, but under pressure. Still makes the pass, though, up to number 1, Terrence Lee, and he's going to get into the end zone for a Green Wave touchdown.
Yeah, I thought Landon was going to be able to get to him before he was able to get that pass off. It was just a split second. It was a great pass there.
Yeah, especially under pressure. You know, you got to give him some credit for that.
That's right. I don't even know if he knew
good.
he was under pressure. That may have helped out because Landon was sure sneaking up on him from behind. So.
Yeah, if he had waited another step, he definitely would have recorded a sack there. So Cathedral going for the extra point here. They lead 13-0 so far here in the first quarter. Snap is back, ball is down, the kick is off, and it is good.
Speaker got him away. It was low and flat. I didn't think he had it, but he did.
It was a low kick, but he got it just through the crossbar there. Right. 14-0, your score in favor of the Green Wave. 4:44 to go here in the first quarter. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. BSPN, the Bear Sports Network, appreciates all of our sponsors. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, Franklin Ready Mix, Pike National Bank, Burton Tree Service, and Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance. We still have sponsorships available, and we'd love to talk to you. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website at bspn.live or send us a message on our social media. BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. About to get back underway here at Perry Miller Field. 4:44 to go here in the first quarter. And the Bears down 14-0 to the Cathedral Green Wave. Number 7, Tristan Fondra to do the kicking honors for the Green Wave. On this homecoming 2025 night here in West Lincoln. And dandy of a kick. Gonna go all the way back. He fielded by Samuel Barfoot. Barfoot gonna get a few yards on that. Brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. So that's where the Bears will set up shop for a Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance first down.
Yeah, just couldn't find some open real estate there to move that ball down the field. Still a great catch and trying to pick up some positive yardage there.
Absolutely. So it looks like the ball's gonna be spotted about the 17-yard line. So Bears starting off deep in their own territory. So not going to lie, I wouldn't mind seeing some more of that power eye and just ram it up the middle.
That's right. Give us some extra fullbacks and let's go.
So we'll see what happens if the Bears do. Look like they're coming out in the I formation once again. Tucker Raines under center. And he awaits the snap. Going to hand it off to Sullivan. Going to go over to his right side. Made some tackles and gets brought down just near the 25-yard line. It was like maybe at the 24-yard line. So a few yard gain. Good run there by Sullivan.
Great carry by Sullivan right there. Able to pick up a hole and able to pick up some yards.
Second down and about 6. Second down and 4 to go. Man, I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied tonight. I guess I'm out of practice.
Yeah, getting you mix all talked up.
Coming out in the I formation once again and got a whistle. Don't see a flag, not sure.
Having some clock issues, I think. Officials in the box here talking with officials on the field. I don't know if there was trouble with the starter.
as they try to troubleshoot the issue with the scoreboard.
Have an issue with the clock. Bear with us.
Looks like they're going to do the old reboot. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it, too. Just unplug it. Throw it out the window.
Yeah. And, you know, we were talking about Salem last week, you know, still recovering from the tornado they had back earlier this year over in the Salem area. You know, they didn't even have play clocks installed on their field just yet. They haven't gotten around to making those repairs just yet.
Yeah, like I said, temporary lighting. Like I said, those folks over in Walthall County, terrible damage in that area back in March, those tornadoes.
But it was interesting to see the officials, you know, keeping the time and everything on the field. You know, for us being used to having a play clock, that was a throwback to the old days.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we had no idea what the time was, and didn't have a lot of delay of game penalties. Believe it or not,
we didn't.
You know, you think without the clock we'd run into time a lot, but there was not
really
a lot of delay of game penalties. So.
Ball handed off to Sullivan once again, went to his left, brought down pretty quickly near the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Sullivan on the carry.
So, yeah, you know, definitely still thinking about all the folks in Salem, praying for them, and, you know, of course, anything we can do to help, you know, just know Wildcats, we're always here for you.
That's right.
So 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Bears. 22 seconds shown on the play clock, 3:38 to go here in the first quarter. Bears trying to get this first down, coming out in that eye once again. And showing rush is the Cathedral Green Wave as Sullivan gets the ball, or actually I might have been
I think you were right.
I thought it was Sullivan, yeah.
That's Sullivan getting the ball.
And looks like he is going to run it up right up the middle for the Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance first down coming up for the Bears.
Yeah, good carry by Layton right there to this first down here.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Great run there by the Bears.
That's what these Bears got to do. They control the clock, control the football. You know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We keep moving the ball down the field, we'll get there.
Absolutely. Just keep chipping away. You know, as a coach once said, this is a game of inches.
That's right.
1st and 10 here for the Bears. Raines under center, awaiting the snap. Gets it. Back to pass. Oh, hard hit there in the backfield as he loses the football. And looks like Cathedral did recover.
Fumble recovered by the Green Wave.
I tell you, that was a monster of a hit there.
Yeah, blitz around the left side, from what I can see here, of course, Walls and Moy, but blitz around the left side, I don't think Tucker ever knew that there was somebody on him there. I think he was set up to put the ball downfield, had his receivers in place. I just don't think that.
So Cathedral going to take over deep in Bears territory. And as we have seen, you know, like we talked about, you know, with all the speed they've got, this is a pretty precarious situation here for West Lincoln. So we'll see what they can do on defense as the Green Wave come out for 1st and 10. Cusick under center, taking the snap once again in the shotgun. Waits the snap, gets the pass up to number 11. And he'll be run out of bounds pretty quickly. And that was Grayson Gay there on the reception. Another one of the seniors there for the Green Wave. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 6 to go for Cathedral.
These Bears are going to have to pick that up soon. We've seen that 5 or 6 times tonight. That outside, I guess the outside receiver just kind of steps out and then steps back, and he's right there wide open. We're going to have to put a little more pressure on that.
In the gun once again, going to hand it off this time to number 3, Mason Navarro. And Navarro going to run it pretty much right up the middle, over to his right a little bit to get into the end zone. Another touchdown there for the Green Wave.
I was hoping to see a flag on the field.
Yeah, and
it was a great run, great handoff. We were not even expecting him to get the ball.
I don't think anybody was. I definitely didn't see that one coming. Navarro, just a sophomore too, so
like
presumably one of the younger guys.
I have not seen his number, or have not called his number all night, and he sneaks in there and carries the ball in.
Extra point is good. So Green Wave up 21-0 here in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Getting back underway here, 1:36 to go here in the first quarter. Bears down 21-0 against the Cathedral Green Wave. Kickoff taken and going to roll into the end zone. So this will be a touchback for the Bears to begin this next series of downs.
Yeah, like I said, these Bears put together a good drive while ago. We just got to settle down and
the 20-yard line.
Yeah,
just keep doing what's working.
So 20-yard, ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Corey Myers to take about the insurance first down here for the Bears. Bears coming out in the eye once again. Sullivan in the backfield. Looks like they're showing blitz once again. And Sullivan going to get the handoff, evades a bunch of tackles, runs into a brick wall, maybe gets a couple of yards on that carry.
Now, still a great job by that Bears offensive line to pick up that little blitz there, and still able to stand them up and keep them out of the backfield for us to get the play together. We just couldn't get much yardage positive past the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 7 coming up for West Lincoln. Yeah, the line, they really did a tremendous job there to get Sullivan those yards there. Raines gets under center, showing blitz once again. And going to hand off to Raines, going over to his right side. And again, brought down by a host of Green Wave defenders. And it's going to be 3rd down, bringing up 3rd down and about 3 to go, maybe 2.
Another good carry by Layton there, getting that ball and
Sullivan on the carry
picking up some yardage.
5 or 6, brings up 3rd.
Yeah, like we were
And a
saying.
great job by the line there, picking up a little blitz. They were definitely showing blitz, so they were able to pick them up and keep them out of the backfield where we get to play together.
So clock winding down to 16 seconds, got 19 on the play clock, so he may just let this run out and head for the between quarter timeout here. And looks like that's exactly what they're going to do as the clock winds down to 4 seconds. And that's going to do it here for the first quarter. All right, so we're going to switch ends and try it again. Bears down 21-0 here on homecoming night here in Fleahop. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. Getting back underway here, starting the second quarter here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. As we're getting ready to go back to work here, the Bears bringing up on third down, rather, and about 2 to go. In the I formation once again. Sullivan going to get the ball, but he's stopped immediately by number 26, Austin Hoggart.
Yeah, not able to pick up the blitz that time. That defender got through there and was able to break that one up in the backfield.
So lost a few yards on that one, so it's going to bring up 4th down and about 5, and the punt team's going to come on and get it down the field for the Bears. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, Chris C., Alpha Insurance Agent. Somebody, Chris, you've never heard of, I'm sure.
That's right.
Franklin Ready Mix, Pike National Bank, Burton Tree Service, and Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, bringing you Bears football here on BSPN. As the punt taken just inside the 50, or just outside the 50, rather. Going to be run up the field by number 11, Grayson Gay, for he's finally brought out of bounds just across the 20-yard line. So Cathedral going to start out in the red zone for their first series of the second quarter.
Yeah, Weston was able to get a hand on him, just couldn't drag him down, and Tucker Parsons finished the job getting him out of bounds there. Not where we wanted to be with this Cathedral offense inside the 20.
1st and 10, ball on about 16.
In the shotgun once again.
Watch this pass to the left here.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too. Got trips out to the left. Cusick back to pass, looking for a target. Under pressure, nearly brought down. Still under pressure. And going to keep the ball. Finally brought out of bounds. Around the 15-yard line, I believe. So good effort, good defensive effort there by the Bears. Good pressure.
Defense had him scrambling, and he wasn't able to set and get a pass off. He had a couple receivers, but they had him under enough pressure there that he wasn't able to finally locate anybody. Took him to the sideline, was able to get him out of bounds. Only picked up maybe about 4 yards on the carry. Yeah.
So 2nd down and 6 coming up for Cathedral. Bears look to keep that pressure on. Again, they trail 21-0 here in the second quarter. 10:47 to go, and actually we had a flag on the play apparently. And what was the signal, Chris? I didn't see it.
I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct there.
After the play.
Right after the play was happening. Is that what it was? Unsportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, they backed him about 15.
Yeah, he had a little extracurricular activity.
Brings him back about 15, unsportsmanlike conduct.
All right, so
extracurricular activity there after the play on the sideline there.
So that's going to be 2nd down and what, about 25?
No, I'm going to say 20.
20. Yeah, you're right, somewhere around 20.
Maybe a little more than 20, 22.
So we'll see Cusick back to pass once again, under pressure again. Still looking for a target. And found a guy now down the field, but it was broken up there. Looked like it was by Weston Patton there breaking up the pass.
Yeah, great effort there by the Bears defense. They got this quarterback scrambling in the backfield, able to put a little pressure on him, and they've got his targets covered up there. So that's a great job.
Great job, yeah. Hopefully they can keep this up for 3rd and long coming up for Cathedral. I look for him to pass again.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch that trips right out there.
And definitely back to pass with the Bears putting on the pressure. Does find a target. Well, he's going to be brought down well before a 1st down by a whole host of Bears. And it looked like it was Tucker Parsons that got a hand on him first, but then a whole host of Bears came in to put him down. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 12 or so yards.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like maybe these Bears are picking up on that little, I guess we call it a little screen pass. I'm not sure exactly, but it's lights out, but it looks like we're able to kind of see that now and know when in that trip set that probably look for it.
Yeah, going to be trips out to the left once again, and as the Cathedral going for it here on 4th and long. Cusick again looking to pass, finds a target upfield. And he connected with number 12, Trip Wimberly.
It looked like Sam Barfoot was able to get him out of bounds before he could get loose on that sideline.
It's going to be still shy of a first down, so Bears going to take over near their own 10-yard line.
A great stop by the Bears to turn that ball over on downs. Not the best field position that we wanted, but it's still a great job by the Bears to put together a defensive stand like that.
Absolutely. That was excellent defense there by West Lincoln. So, yeah, granted deep in their own territory, but to get the ball back and hopefully get it up the field. And who knows, maybe we'll get in the end zone. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Let's put together a drive right here and eat up this clock in the second quarter.
9:25 to go here in the second quarter. West Lincoln in the eye once again. Handed off to Parsons, goes to his left. Brought down very quickly. Don't think he got a yard on that one.
I think it was Sullivan.
Oh, it was Sullivan. Did I say Parsons?
Yeah.
I meant Sullivan. I'm sorry.
Like I said, just not able to get
And
going there on that play in the
Timeout call by West Lincoln.
And it looks like Coach Ball's calling timeout to talk things over for a moment. So we'll take a timeout, be back in just a moment. 9:08 to go. Bears down 21-0. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
BSPN is a production of Strangely Warmed Media. To learn more, visit our website at strangelywarmed.media.
BSPN.
Get back to work here. 9:08 to go here in the second quarter here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Jonathan Tullis along with Chris C. And Bears getting set up to go back to work here as they take over again. Second down actually coming up. And it looked like it was another handoff there to Sullivan. And ran up the middle, got a couple of yards, almost back up to the original line of scrimmage to bring up third down at about 10.
Third down. My apologies. Third and long.
So, yeah, third down. Well, actually, they'll give him, he gained about a couple of yards on that, so we'll call it 3rd and 9.
This offensive line is going to have to open up a hole here if we're going to continue this.
Yeah, I think Cathedral's really picked up on where Sullivan's going to go when he gets the ball. Been going up the middle last couple of plays or so. A couple of guys acting like they're going to blitz, but we'll see. And got a flag on the play.
I'm not sure if they got.
And that was actually the umpire in the defensive backfield throwing the flag, so
I think that's going to be on the Bears.
We'll see.
I saw a little movement up there.
Yeah, that is going to be false start on West Lincoln, so that'll back them up 5.
False start on West Lincoln, back them up about.
And ball at about the 5-yard line, so some dangerous territory here for the Bears.
Yeah, most definitely. We want to try and get this ball out of here.
3rd and long coming up. And got another flag. Might have saw some. Yeah, it's going to be false start against the Bears once again.
Yeah, looks like the
False start against the Bears.
maybe Raines might have been trying to draw him off a little bit there, and his offensive line got a little jittery. It looked like a long count maybe to try and draw him, maybe to get some a little closer back to the original line of scrimmage on that, but that's really backed us up deep. We're on the 2?
Yeah, that's about half the distance to the goal, so should have been about the 2.5. And they are showing blitz once again. Going to try for a pass upfield. And looks like it was caught.
So that's first down.
That's going to be close to a first down on Sam Barfoot making that grab.
Yeah, great pass, great catch deep in the end zone there.
Yeah, moving the chains. So that's good for a Corey Myers and Higginbotham Insurance first down.
Yeah, great work right there by Raines and Barfoot to get that out.
Yeah,
really dangerous territory there for us to get out of that position. That's great.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but not as deep in the woods as we were a moment ago, as we're now across the 20 at about the 24. Bears again in the I formation. Handing it off to Sullivan once again. Sullivan looking for a hole, but not able to find one. Gets brought down somewhere near the 25. So maybe a gain of, well, it looks like a gain of about 2. So,
yeah.
Okay, we'll take that.
Yeah, positive yardage. We'll take it.
So that's second down and about 8 coming up. 6:46 to go here in the first. And I gotta say, Cathedral's defensive effort has been solid tonight, but the Bears are finding those holes and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, a few little areas we've been able to pick up some yards. We just got to continue to capitalize on that.
Snap taken once again. Sullivan going to his left, and somebody grabbed his ankle, brought him down at about the 25. I tell you, if that hadn't happened, he'd have probably gotten a first down.
Yeah, he had a lot of real estate over here. Somebody snuck in under there and caught hold of a shoelace and was able to drag him down. He definitely had a good head of steam. I was looking forward to seeing some yards right there.
Still gained about a yard on that play, though, so third down and about 7 coming up. As the Bears come back to the line of scrimmage. Wanting to make this first down here. Off in that offset eye. Showing pass, little lateral pass intended for Tucker Parsons, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, great job by Tucker. Was able to get set up. Leighton Sullivan was able to pick up a key block right there for Raines to get set up, and his pass to Tucker's a little too high. He wasn't able to get up and drag it down. Looks like we're going to put the punt unit on the field.
Yeah.
Tristan back deep in number 1.
And it's like Parsons will be doing the honors here for the Bears. Solid effort by the Bears. Just couldn't find a hole big enough, I guess.
I mean, we just great pass, great reception there. And like I said, that's the one we needed right there, and just wasn't able to drag it down. So
good bouncing punt there by Parsons. Going to be fielded near the 40. And brought down by a host of Bears near the 50-yard line. And
had a lot of arms on him there after the reception. Just couldn't get him wrapped up. And finally, we got a little more help down there. Was able to get him tangled up and get him on the ground. So
yeah, that was Fondren that fielded that punt. You know, he's proven pretty effective on the run. So you know, he's very good at evading those tackles.
Yeah, Landon Anderson was able to get a hand on him initially and was able to get up off the ground and then run him down from behind.
And we need to check in for bacon grease.
I know. He got his slickum on there or something.
So Cathedral setting up shop just inside West Lincoln territory at the 49. And look like they got a different QB in this time. Jay-Sean Smoot, though, getting the handoff and going to get a lot of yardage before he's brought down somewhere around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Tucker Parsons was able to drag him down. Unfortunately, it was a lot of yards too late, but they did keep him out of the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's number 7, Tristan Fondren, under center there for the Green Wave. So first down coming up, first and goal at about the 5. And taking a snap, looking to pass, but can't get it going.
Wow.
That was a great sack there by Brody Dillon.
Brody Dillon came through there like a lightning bolt and was able to get on that quarterback and get him down. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Great loss of yards for that.
Yeah, he was on Fondren for he even knew he had a defender on him.
Yeah, that was outstanding job by Brody there.
So that's going to back him up several yards to about the 15-yard line. So that's a loss of about 10 yards right there.
That's a big
that's
loss.
A big deal. Cathedral back that offset eye, or looks like a shotgun rather. Fondren back to pass once again, has a man upfield, and going to make the TD pass. And that's going to give Cathedral another touchdown.
Yeah, number 11, Grayson Gay, was able to drag that one in. Great pass by Cathedral.
So 27-0 now your score here in the second quarter.
48 seconds to go in the first half. West Lincoln 0. Natchez Cathedral Green Wave 27.
As Cathedral gets set up for the point after. Fondren's still in. Has he been doing the kicking tonight? Well, looks like he's fixing to.
Fixing to if he hadn't.
Yeah, Coach Bill said he has been doing the kicking all night,
Okay.
so guess we just didn't notice that. He's man of many hats here
That's
for the Green
right.
Wave.
One-man rigging crew.
I tell you, kick is up, and it is good through the uprights. So Cathedral up 28-0 here in the second quarter, 3:48 to go.
Natchez Cathedral Green Wave.
We'll take a timeout. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
BSPN, the Bear Sports Network, appreciates all of our sponsors. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, Franklin Ready Mix, Pike National Bank, Burton Tree Service, and Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance. We still have sponsorships available, and we'd love to talk to you. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website at bspn.live or send us a message on our social media. BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
About to get back underway here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Bears trail 28-0 to Cathedral as they kick it off. And returnable, going to be taken by Leighton Sullivan, evading a whole bunch of tackles, finding a hole, finds some good real estate running up the West Lincoln sideline, going to be run out of bounds near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, good return by Leighton there. Picked the ball up, came across field, and was able to pick up some green real estate out here on the left side.
First down and 10 for the Bears.
Excellent kickoff return there by Sullivan.
Great field position for these Bears to get started in this possession here.
So it looks like ball's going to be spotted at the West Lincoln 44. So good field position here for the Bears to begin their series. Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, 1st and 10. Bears still in that I formation. Handed off to Brody Dillon this time. He got brought down to about the 50.
Yeah, Brody Dillon moving the ball right up the middle there. That's great run by Brody.
Yeah, think about Brody.
6-7 yards there.
He's a stocky guy. Got some good size on him, and he's fast.
That's right.
I tell you, if I'm a defensive lineman and I see that guy running at me,
that's right.
I'm liable to get out of his
That's
his way.
Right. Yeah, he's moving the ball when he's coming up the middle there for sure.
So second down and about 7 coming up for West Lincoln. They're across the 50 in Green Wave territory. Back to pass, and it's going to be picked off. And actually make that a pick 6 for Cathedral, as number 11, Grayson Gay, picks it off and runs it back for a touchdown.
Yeah, great. That looked so good in the backfield. Raines had his blockers up there, and it's just that Green Wave defense just had it figured out. It looked like they were all over that one.
Yeah, just a defender Gay was right in the right place at the right time to make that pick 6 for Cathedral. So point after coming up. It'll be Fondren to do the kicking once again for the Green Wave. And he hadn't missed one yet tonight, so we'll see if he can keep his little streak going.
Yeah, another senior here for the Green Wave. and lights out.
Snap down, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So point after is good. As Green Wave now taking a 35-0 lead with 2:47 here to go in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. We're getting back to work here with Bears trailing 35-0 here on homecoming night to the Cathedral Green Wave. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. And a little squib kick there. And that was going to be fielded by Tucker Parsons. And he'll return it to about the 35, where he's brought down by a host of Green Wave defenders.
Yeah, Tucker grabbed that one. Was able to pick up some yards. Good return by him.
Come on, folks, let's get behind our West Lincoln offense and push them so we put some numbers on the board.
All right. Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, first down coming up for these West Lincoln Bears. As the Bears are down considerable amount, but you know what? Still plenty of football to be played here. So Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, first down coming up. Bears in the I formation. Ball handed off to Sullivan. And going to get back almost to the line of scrimmage. Well, now he's going to gain maybe a couple there on that
one.
one.
Got a couple on that one.
So second down at about 8 to go.
Looks like these Bears are going to have to get outside of tackles to move the ball, get any considerable yardage here, unless you're giving the ball to Brody Dillon right up the middle. I don't know the answer to that, but that's what it appears. This Green Wave defense is good between the tackles.
Yeah, left side looks like the weak side. So, well, now then again, I say that, and he got a good run there up the middle.
Yeah, that's what I said. They give it to Dillon in the middle. They're picking up yardage, but just not able to get a play developed with Sullivan in the middle.
Yeah, it's going to bring up third and 4 yards to go. And down to 58 seconds to go here before halftime. Bears lined up in the I formation once again. Ball handed off to Dillon once again, going right up the middle, right across to the 50-yard line. And that's going to bring up a Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance first down for the Bears.
Another great run by Brody Dillon there.
So got 32 seconds to go here before halftime. And actually, looks like the Bears did call a timeout. We're just going to keep it right here. Of course, you know, like I said, we got other games in the area happening tonight. Bogachita and Mount Olive squaring off. I don't think Mount Olive has won a game yet this year.
I'm not sure.
I meant to check earlier and forgot, but I think they're still 0-for on the year. Enterprise Yellow Jackets taking on the Hornets at Lloyd Star for their homecoming tonight. Brookhaven playing over at Summerall, and then Brookhaven Academy hosting Simpson Academy. So those are the scores we got in the area. And I've not heard any scores for other games, but like I said, if we hear anything, we will definitely pass that along to you here on BSPN.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be turning out some scores here. When we come back from halftime,
Yeah, give a shout out to Adam Northam. You know, he usually my provider of scores, but I haven't heard anything from him tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. He's radio silence tonight. I don't know. So maybe he's waiting on somebody to tell him.
Maybe so. I don't know. I sent him a couple of updates of ours. So, all right, 34 seconds to go here before halftime. Bears going to line up with Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance first down just across the 50. Back to pass. Gets it off, and
Did he drag it in?
I don't think so. I thought he did, but I think they're calling it incomplete.
That was a good pass.
Yeah, called it. The back judge said it was incomplete.
Oh, that was a great pass. I couldn't tell if he was able to drag it in or not.
Complete pass from West Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm like you. I thought it was complete. He must have already been down when he got it. It's the only thing I can think of.
Used ground to help drag it in. I don't know.
So 27 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 coming up after that incomplete pass intended for Weston. Bears get lined up. Back to pass once again, getting some good blocks and good time there in the pocket. And looks like it might have been picked off once again. Noker calling it incomplete.
Yeah, he bobbled it.
Incomplete pass to West Lincoln.
Looks like that was intended for Patton once again.
Intended for Patton.
So 3rd and 10 coming up, 19 seconds to go. Again, Bears looking to put some points on the board before the halftime break. As they trail to these Cathedral Green. I keep wanting to call them the Green Waves, but I know that's not what they're called.
Are the Green Wave.
Well, the Green Wave. I want to call them the Green Waves.
Oh, waves. Okay.
Plural.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, waves. All from the same ocean.
All right, 3rd and 10, going to do it again. Lateral pass this time over to Tucker Parsons. Parsons evaded a couple of tackles, gets a few yards on that. Brought down near about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, great reception by that Tucker Parsons right there. I think we're going to run out of time before we can do anything else. Right? Well, looks like Coach Ball's going to use that last time out.
Use that last time out. All right, so Bears taking their last time out, and we'll take a quick time out here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. 2 seconds to go here on the clock before the halftime break, and the Bears got one last chance to put some points on the board before the break. I'm thinking they were going to air it out. Looks like I'm right. Looking to pass. Gets up the field to Tucker Parsons. Still on his feet, but he's finally pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, running the clock on that one. Great pass, and he was on his feet, pushed out of bounds. We just didn't have any time.
Yeah, you definitely wish you had about another 10 seconds on the clock to try that again.
I know.
But, so, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. All right, so the Bears down. Go ahead.
Great momentum going into half here. I mean, that's some positive yardage there, some rays of sunlight there. So maybe Coach Ball can get this team straightened out in the locker room at halftime, and we can put together a good second half here. So.
Yeah, hopefully make some good adjustments here. All right, so that's going to be halftime. We'll, of course, have the dance team and cheer team, their performances here on BSPN. But Chris and I are going to take a little bit of a timeout, and we'll catch you after the break. 35-0 your score at the half. Cathedral leading. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
See Bonnie Sue? She's over there somewhere.
Her and Lacey's down there. I gotta go see. Oh, sorry. I can't take him nowhere.
Smile, ladies, your music is on.
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in. Leg out.
Good job, girls. Your music is on, girls. Good job, girls.
BSPN, the Bears Sports Network.
Welcome back to the second half here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. Jonathan Tullis will be joined by Chris C. here in just a moment. And about to get the second half kicked off here as West Lincoln trails Cathedral to begin the third quarter, 35-0 here at halftime. And West Lincoln going to receive the kickoff this time to begin the second half. And took a bounce, going to be fielded by Tucker Parsons going up to his left. And he'll be brought down somewhere around the 36, maybe 37-yard line. And so somewhere around there is where the Bears are going to set up shop here to begin the second half.
Good return. Tackle by a host of the Green Wave.
So Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, first down coming up for West Lincoln. And looks like I may be going it alone for the first half. For the second half, Chris is taking care of a situation, so if he can, he'll join us later. Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, 1st and 10 coming up for West Lincoln. Back in the I formation and going to hand it off to Sullivan. Sullivan going over to his right, finding a little bit of daylight and looked like he nearly had the ball stripped and picked up by Tucker Parsons, so the Bears have retained possession. And he runs out of bounds at about somewhere around the 45. And actually, ball going to be spotted at the 43. So, again, Bears retain possession. Good offensive, good effort there to retain possession, even though the ball was stripped. So, second down at about 7 coming up for West Lincoln. A little bit of a personnel change. See number 20, Landon Anderson, running onto the field. Presumably another blocker coming in to help out the Bears here on offense. And actually, he's taking a wide receiver position out to the right, out to the quarterback's right. Back in the I formation, handed off once again. Looks like it might have been handed off to Brody Dillon. And he's going to run it up the middle, gain of several. So that's going to bring up third down and about 3, maybe 4 to go here for West Lincoln. Great run there by Brody Dillon. Thank you very much for joining us here on BSPN, the Bears Sports Network. Of course, the Bears, things not going the Bears' way so far tonight as they trail 35-0 here at homecoming. So looking to get on the scoreboard and see what they can do here in the second half. Presumably Coach Ball's made some adjustments, and we'll see what they got going on here. Back in the I, handed off once again. And little blitz there shown by the Cathedral Green Wave as they put a quick stop there. And I believe the ball was handed off to Leighton Sullivan once again.
Sullivan on the carry.
And gets back up, fouled up to the line of scrimmage to bring up 4th and 4 for West Lincoln. Tucker Raines coming onto the field. So we'll see what West Lincoln wants to do here. Of course, being this far up the field, got a little wiggle room as far as what they could do, whether or not they could go for it or punt it away. And looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to pass, under pressure, trying to find a man. And instead he's going to end up taking a knee near the 40-yard line. So Cathedral going to take over on downs.
Raines on the carry.
So Green Wave getting their first series of downs here coming up. Again, right around the West Lincoln 40-yard line. And it looks like we're going to have a running clock here in the second quarter, or in the third quarter, rather. Does appear the mercy rule has gone into effect. So Cathedral looking to come to work here.
Will be first down 10 for the Green Waves on their own 40-yard line.
So Green Wave taking over again on the West Lincoln 40. And it looks like they did do some person. Actually, no, they got number 15, Traylon Cusick, back under pressure. Handed the ball off, actually passed it up to number 11, Grayson Gay, rather. Sorry for continuing to mispronounce his name. Good run to his left up there to get up to about the 10-yard line before he's chased out of bounds by a host of Bears. that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. Actually going to say he went out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. So gain of about 20 there for Gay. As that brings up 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. And Cusick awaiting the snap in the shotgun. Takes it, looking to pass, under pressure. And going to end up keeping the ball himself. And he's going to make it. I believe he, did get into the end zone, so that's going to be a touchdown for the Green Wave. Or maybe he went out of bounds just shy of the end zone. I haven't seen a signal yet. And it looks like the officials are still talking about it a little bit. Now the signal is a touchdown. So, yeah, Green Wave getting another touchdown there. I'm sorry. Put the wrong one. Hit the wrong button. 41-0. Now your score in favor of Cathedral. So the officials had to get together to talk about it. I guess they thought he might have stepped out of bounds before he made it to the end zone. But again, Cusick there on the quarterback keeper making it to the end zone to make it 41-0 here in favor of the Green Wave. Point after attempt coming up here. As the officials are getting into position. 5:36 to go. Again, got a running clock here for the second half. Snap is down, ball is up, and it is through the uprights and good. So another extra point good for the Cathedral Green Waves. They take the lead 42-0 here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
BSPN, the Bear Sports Network, appreciates all of our sponsors. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, Franklin Ready Mix, Pike National Bank, Burton Tree Service, and Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance. We still have sponsorships available, and we'd love to talk to you. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website at bspn.live or send us a message on our social media. BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. To 0 your score here in the third quarter. BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Cathedral about to kick things off after scoring a touchdown on the quarterback keeper. So Cusick getting, I believe it was his first touchdown of the night. He's had several that he's passed for tonight. And going to be a little onside kick there. And brought down by Weston Patton. Going to be just across the 40-yard line.
42-yard line.
So decent field position here for the Bears to start their series of downs. Again, running clock here in the second half as the mercy rule is in effect once again. And, of course, you hate to see this for the Bears, for West Lincoln, especially for homecoming. You really, you just want to get out here and win. So I know there's some frustration and some disappointment, but you know what? We still got a little more football to go. You never know what might happen. Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance, first down coming up here. Bears back in the I formation. Pass handed off once again to Sullivan. Sullivan going to his left, chased out of bounds by the Green Wave, number 12. That's going to be Tripp Wimberly. And ball going to be spotted maybe at about the 47-yard line. So still got a pretty good gain there as it brings up second down and about 5 to go for West Lincoln. So the Bears still in their huddle. And, just chip it away, like I mentioned earlier, this is definitely a game of inches. So just keep chipping away, keep possession of the ball. name of the game at this point is get on the board, get some point, get as many points as you can before the final whistle. Do have flag on the play, initial indication, and final indication rather going to be that it is false start against West Lincoln, so back them up 5.
Flags on the field be marked off about 5 against West Lincoln.
So bringing up second down and about 11 to go after the penalties marched off.
Second down and long for the Bears.
Second down and about 11 yards to go here for West Lincoln. And back in the wing T formation. Raines passes upfield. And it looked like it was intended for Samuel Barfoot, but it just bounced off his hands. So he couldn't get a hold of it. So going to fall incomplete. Third and about 11 coming up here for West Lincoln. Want to also take a timeout to recognize our sponsors and thank them very much for allowing us to bring you West Lincoln football here on BSPN. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, Franklin Ready Mix, Pike National Bank, Burton Tree Service, and Corey Myers at Higginbotham Insurance. Very much appreciate their sponsorship here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. And like I mentioned, still got sponsorships open. Going to be announcing our winter sports streaming schedule this coming week. So if you're interested in getting your business highlighted, hit us up. We'd love to talk to you. Another handoff up to Sullivan. And going to get up to about the 45-yard line where he's brought down by several white jerseys there for the Green Wave as we get down to about 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So fourth down at about 7 or 8 or so to go. And we'll see what West Lincoln wants to do here. Last time on fourth down, they went for it and ended up turning it over on downs, and they're going to go for it again here back in the I formation. Takes the snap, gets it up to Brody Dillon, and gets it up the middle, but they were ready for him. But he's still on his feet, still going up the middle to about the 50-yard line. I believe he is going to be shy of the first down, though, so Bears will turn it over on downs once again. But good effort there by Dillon. He had been able to get just a couple of more steps. He would have gotten that first down. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Like I said, we got a running clock going here for the mercy rule. Pardon me, the mercy rule being in effect. So we'll take a timeout as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. 42-0 your score here in Flea Hop. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network.
I know.
All right, welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here. 42-0 your score in favor of Cathedral. And welcome back, Chris C.
Yeah. Quick little rundown of the parking lot. We were looking for something. We found it.
and that's a good thing that you found it.
That's right. That's right.
All right, flip the ends, and we're getting ready to go to work here. Cathedral getting ready for 1st and 10 coming up as they take over on downs after the Bears turned it over after going for it on fourth down once again. So the Bears look to stop this Green Wave offense. It's proven very potent tonight. It looks like Cusick is taking a break as number 7, Tristan Fondren, in at quarterback for Cathedral, and do have whistles and flags on the play. Haven't seen
not an indication.
Indication. It looks like they're marching it off against Cathedral, so presumably it's going to be a false start.
Looks like it's going to be marked off against Natchez. False start. Brings up first down and about 15.
Yep, 5-yard penalty, bring up 1st and 15 here for the Green Wave. Little pass over to his right, going to make a connection, and gets to about midway beyond the sticks.
Matthew Calhoun stood him up there and was able to hold on to him until he can get some help and get him down, keep that from turning ugly. Did pick up some yardage.
Yeah, second down and about 6 to go.
Yeah, second pass probably good for 7 or 8 at least, I'd say.
Yeah, I didn't see which one of the Green Wave took that in, but pass was complete. Again, it's going to be Fondren in there at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be up to number 22, Dalton Haverston. And Haverston still on his feet, evading several tackles, going to his left once again. And once again, Cathedral going to find the end zone for another touchdown.
Touchdown for Natchez, but hold on, we got flags on the field.
And, yep, we do have a flag on the play, so we'll see. This one might be coming back.
Yeah, I couldn't see from my vantage point exactly what was going on there.
Yeah, it looked like the indication might have been holding. It looks like this one is going to be against the Green Wave. Yep, that one's going to come back. So score's going to remain 42-0. And it looks like ball's going to be spotted near about the 50. So based on where the flag went down, I'm guessing that was a holding call.
Yeah, it must have been.
But the flag was thrown at about the 40.
Right.
So that would have been about right.
Not getting the
Second
signal.
down
If we
and
did,
long
we
eight
missed
for
it.
the
But yeah, I'm
Green
gonna
Wave.
go along with you on it. Had to have been a holding to bring that back, which is good. That was a dangerous run. It's to give up a lot of yards there.
Absolutely. You know, Harveston, 11th grader here for the Green Wave, going to take the handoff once again. Going up the middle this time, it runs into a couple of Bear defenders. Going to be brought down near the first down, though. And Harveston actually a little slow to get up.
Yeah, it looked like Lane Weeks was able to wrap him up there and bring him down. A great tackle by Lane there. Probably got somebody down on the field right now.
Yeah, it's going to be Harveston there down.
We got an injured player for Natchez.
He unfortunately looks like he's in some pain.
The staff out there to take a look at him.
So hopefully this is nothing to worry about, but, you know, he was kind of grimacing, so I'm a little concerned for him, Chris.
Yeah. Take a quick break to say a big thank you to the concession stand staff. Those ladies have done a great job this year, and the gentlemen are helping with the cooking. I was up there earlier to get a hamburger, and compared to the other schools we've been to, I'm going to give us an A+. So I went straight up to the window, got what I needed, and got away from there. They got a big group working in there, and things are flowing smoothly, so I want to shout out to them.
Yeah, Harveston's still on the ground, so head coach Chris Loy and Josh Loy rather, and his staff out there taking a look at him. And thankfully he does get up.
He's up.
Good deal. Good deal.
That young man, number 22.
Favoring that left knee though, so
Yeah, hopefully that's just a little tweak there, and he can get some ice on it tonight and be back next Friday. So
I'll tell you what, you know, hadn't seen him up to the, you know, until this quarter, but he's proved to be a good running back here for the Green Wave.
yeah, most definitely. Good ball carrier for them, and only 11th grader too, so I imagine they'll see a lot of him next year as well.
Absolutely. You know, just what I'm seeing, you know, them swapping out players, you know, a good bit since they've taken over the lead and are taking a big lead and just letting the guys swap in and out.
Yeah, it's good experience. Good experience for these younger guys.
Got some good depth on the bench too.
Yeah, most
for sure.
definitely.
Got some good talent there. So hopefully they'll get that playoff spot they're chasing in the MAIS. Fondren still at quarterback for the Green Wave as we come up on 1st and 10. And going to be handed off to Houston Edwards, a 12th grader. And he'll take it up pretty much up the middle. Going to be good for first down yardage to move the chains for Natchez Cathedral.
Picks up a first down. The first down and 10 for the Green Wave.
Yeah, Edwards also another 12th grader who, at least as far as we know, hasn't gotten into the game till this point.
I couldn't tell who was that on that.
On the tackle.
Yeah.
I didn't see it either. There's a couple of Bear defenders that got a good hand on him, though.
I couldn't tell if that was number 33, Ty Dice. I thought that's who it was. It looks like he's in there, maybe to a middle to outside linebacker position.
Shotgun formation for Cathedral. Double receivers out to both sides. And looks like it's going to be Jackson Shirley, a freshman for the Green Wave, getting the handoff.
You know, he faked that handoff. He was actually quarterback who faked the handoff. It looked like you said, there's another one we hadn't seen tonight, so ninth grader.
Yep, so that's going to be good for a Cathedral. I believe that's they giving a signal of a touchdown? Yep, it was a touchdown. I couldn't tell if maybe he had stepped out of bounds or what, but it's good for a touchdown. Cathedral now up 48-0.
Yeah, it was on that far sideline. Kind of hard to see from here. So.
Yeah, I just wonder because, you know, down in that corner it's hard to tell if he might have stepped out of bounds. So 48-0 now your scores. They go for the point after. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And kick is up once again, and through the uprights, it is good. 49-0 now your score in favor of the Green Wave. We'll take a timeout. This is BSPN, the Bear Sports Network.
At Alpha, our friendly hometown team understands your life and unique needs. We understand you want great insurance coverage options, an easy claims process, and excellent service, all without breaking the bank. Call Alpha Insurance Agent Chris C. at 601-684-0500 for personalized service and products that fit your needs. Chris C. Alpha Insurance Macomb, proud sponsor of the West Lincoln Bears and BSPN, the Bears Sports Network.
About to get back underway here in the fourth quarter. 4:38 to go with a running clock here in the fourth quarter. 49-0 your score in favor of Cathedral. Definitely not the homecoming that the Bears had hoped for tonight.
Yeah, most definitely not.
Of course, next week got a big matchup against the Bobcats over at Bogachita.
Always a big matchup with the Bogachita cross-county rivalry, not far.
And that was a great overhead catch by Leighton Sullivan, and going to return and get brought down at about the 45-yard line. So that's where the Bears will set up shop for Corey Myers to take about the insurance first down.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Bears at about their own 45.
So yeah, first and 10 at the 45. And next week's game won't be streamed, so you'll have to, as far as, you know, as of right now, we're not planning to stream that game, so you'll have to make the trek over to Bogachita.
Right.
But again, going to be a big matchup for the Bears next week with playoff seeding on the line. Still haven't seen a score on any of our other games tonight, but if we hear anything in the next few minutes, we'll definitely let you know. Bears in the I formation, handing off to Sullivan once again. Or I'm sorry, that's not Sullivan. That was
It'll be Dice, number 33.
Yes, sir, sure was. And gain of about 3 maybe on that one. Second down at about 7.
Yeah, we saw Ty Dice come in late in the Enterprise game and had a great couple carries there, and then had a little injury that stopped that, and he was out, I think, the next week. But yeah, he can carry the ball in the middle. He's fast, he's nimble.
Good
just
to see him back.
young guy, and I think I think Coach Ball wants to use him a little bit more. He's just his size is it.
Dice still in the backfield, and not going to be handed off to him this time. Looks like Raines kept it. And might have been a little fumble there, but they're saying West Lincoln retains possession.
Yeah, I think Cathedral was able to strip that ball. It looked like, it's hard to tell, but I think they were able to strip that ball and Thankfully, the Bears were able to keep possession of it.
Yeah, I think you might have been taking care of your business a little while ago when something else happened. This is actually the second time they've gotten a strip, but the Bears have recovered it.
Really? Okay.
So don't think they've had a fumble recovery except for maybe early in the game they had one. Dice going to get the ball once again, but this time running up the middle, not going to get anything on that as he runs into a whole host of Green Wave defenders. So that's going to bring up 4th down and long for West Lincoln.
For the West Lincoln Bears.
And it looks like the punt unit's going to come on and send it down the field.
Green Wave
2:38 to go.
brings up 4th down and about 10.
This running clock, these Bears can get this ball punted and stand the Cathedral up here.
So, yeah, 4th and 10 to go, 2:14 to go. Looks like Tucker Parsons on to do the kicking duties, and he sends another good punt down the field. And
another awesome punt. Let's get on it.
And Bears do get on it, down it inside the 10. So Cathedral going to take over. Looks like they spotted about the 8 or 9 yard line.
And actually to take over at about the 8 to 9 yard line.
So, yeah, that was an excellent punt there by Tucker.
Tucker's been awesome this year punting the football. He has definitely put the ball down the field, and a lot of them not able to handle that style of kicking.
Yeah, I think.
Not professionally trained.
No.
But that style has worked great for the Bears punt unit when we've got to come on the field to get the ball down the field.
That it has, and I'm expecting victory formation here for the Green Wave. And they're going to run a play here, hand it off. And gain of a few on that. West Lincoln, I thought they had gotten a hand on the ball, but nothing doing there.
It looked like a tackle was made by 11th grader number 5, Jason
Crages. I think that's how you say it.
Crages, yeah.
Again, apologize if we didn't say that correctly. So that's 2nd down and about 2 or 3 to go, rather. Another handoff brought down in the backfield. And looks like that was Ty Dice got that tackle there. Good job.
Great stop by him in the backfield. Looks like this is going to wind us up here, Jonathan.
Yep, think we're pretty much done here for the night as the game clock has 22 and the play clock has 28. So presumably, we're coming off the field and we're just gonna let it roll as the teams are coming to the 50 for the handshake. So we're gonna call that the final score, 49-0 here on homecoming at Flea Hop. And again, Chris, this is just something you really hate to see, but
49.
We did see some bright spots.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, some of these younger guys getting into the game showed us some bright spots on defense as well as on offense. Don't really know. This Cathedral team is going to be good going down their stretch, and we know that. I mean, they got a lot of seniors on their team, and we knew this was going to be a big opponent.
Yes.
Great record coming into this game.
Absolutely. So yeah, they'll resume their region play. I thought I had on here who they were playing next week, and I see that I left it off, so I apologize for that. As we said, West Lincoln taking on Bogachita next week at Bogachita. So invite you to make the short drive over there to cheer on your West Lincoln Bears as they again hope to get another region win and snap this losing streak we got going on.
Yeah, I know. We could definitely use a W next week with against the Bobcats.
Absolutely. And of course, it's always just good to beat your rival.
That's right. Yeah. Like I said, like we talked about earlier in the year, these Crawford County rivalries, they killing one another Friday night on the football field and hunting Saturday morning,
church
and then
next
Sunday.
Sunday.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So.
All right. So yeah, Bogachita next week. Following week, we'll wrap up the final regular season game here at home against the Pirates of Mount Olive, and again, that'll also determine some playoff seeding. Bears going to go to the playoffs no matter what. Top 4 teams in each region go, and it's only 4 teams in the region. So Bears are going to play somebody. They're going to play somebody out of Region 8, so that's going to be Richton, Taylorsville, Resurrection, that area. So But anyway, just keep watching BSPN for your updates. Again, we'll also share our winter streaming schedule sometime next week when I can actually sit down and figure out all the games we're going to carry. But, Chris, anything else to say before we sign off?
That's all I got, Jonathan. Enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Look forward to I hate to break next week and look forward to coming back. So it'll be senior night. So.
Yes, sir. All right. Thanks, Chris. And I'm Jonathan Tullis, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks here on BSPN, the Bear Sports Network. Good night.
Thanks for joining us on BSPN. Find our schedule of games at bspn.live.